Welcome back. This is Douglas Dennis, your alkaline life coach. So this is 9 tips on how to resist junk food cravings, sweet cravings, and unhealthy cravings. Do you have cravings? The reason I'm making this video is because a lot of my clients and a lot of the people in my group are starting to repeat this same question. How do you resist the cravings? They're always asking me, how do you resist eating junk food, sweets, dessert, and other stuff like that? So I'm going to dive into it because the secret's out. I have a sweet tooth, and I also love junk food. I mean, originally, back when I was sick, I was eating it all the time, of course. That's what made me sick. That and my lifestyle. So I can give you 9 different tips on how you can help you resist, because you're going to need all the help you can get. And some of these tricks, maybe you wouldn't think of it. So if you like this, make sure to click like and subscribe, because if you don't click like, YouTube won't show my video to anyone. So it helps out a lot if you actually like all my videos, because then it'll show it to more people, and I would appreciate it. And people need this information. I mean, face it, I don't even need to go into the health problems in this day and age. It's already all been said. So here are the 9 tips on how you can resist the cravings yourself. Number 1, don't buy it. Okay, this sounds intuitive, but why are you buying it anyway? So don't even answer that, just don't buy it. I have a food list. If you don't already have the food list of all the non-hybrid foods, these are actually natural food, unlike a lot of the foods that are advertised as being natural but aren't natural, such as broccoli. Didn't you think broccoli was natural? Well, it's not. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it's true, and we speak the truth here. So I have a food list of the non-hybrid foods that you should be buying. These are the foods that originally existed before they were genetically modified. So use this food list, and I also have a shopping video about the mindset. And actually, well, you might think, doesn't everyone know how to go shopping already? Don't tell me how to go shopping. Well, this is what I'm trying to tell you, is nip it before it becomes a problem. If you go armed to the grocery store with this list and strictly follow it, you won't have to worry about having any cravings, because all the stuff in your cupboards will be healthy. That way you can eat all you want and feel fine. So I don't want someone to challenge me on that and drink a gallon of coconut cream or something and get sick. That's pushing it. But in general, the alkaline foods and the non-hybrid foods, you can eat pretty much as you would like, and you won't feel disgusting after. Why? Because they're not acidic, which is the whole point. Number 2, understanding the science behind this. This will help you resist the unhealthy foods the most. Knowledge is power. If you know what I know, you won't even want the junk food. You won't even look at it as food. Actually, when I see, let's say, a billboard for McDonald's, I don't really look at that as food. I look at it like an advertisement. I know what it's there for. It's there to try to get me hungry, and it's there to click my dopamine and to make me want it and to give me some kind of reward. Well, I know from learning the hard way, eating crap like that and other stuff like it ruined my life. So now, when I look at acidic and unhealthy junk food, I might acknowledge that, oh, that smells good, or oh, I used to eat that, or oh, I used to like that. But see the difference in my thinking? When I look at it, I say, oh, I would have eaten that when I was 10. Ew. Or, oh my gosh, I can't believe I used to even eat that. So your mind will shift, and that's what I'm trying to give you, this perspective of what it's like once you shift over. It's a new perspective. I don't look at a cake and go and get all excited. I look at it and maybe I can think, ooh, I can make an alkaline version of that would actually be healthy. That's the positive thinking. If you actually think and acknowledge that something smells good or looks good, it doesn't mean you have to eat it. You can enjoy the smell and enjoy how it looks from a couple feet away. So I can enjoy the smell of coffee and not drink any. Or I can look at a billboard of McDonald's and go, wow, what a good advertisement. But I see it for what it is. I see it for what it is. I know that it's not health food, and I know that it's going to hurt me and not help me. So that understanding makes it really easy for me to say no if there's something in front of me, because I've suffered big time. And actually, if you don't know my story, my life was at risk. My health was at risk, and it got really bad before I finally changed my life around. So to me, it's life or death, and it needs to be like that for you. It's easier like that because you can predict what something is going to feel like in your stomach just by looking at it. So number 3 is eat something that's sweet or heavy but alkaline and not toxic. Because there are sweets that are healthy. Well, for example, melon, as long as it has seeds and isn't GMO. Melon is super sweet and super alkaline. That's one example. So not everything sweet is unhealthy, and not everything oily is unhealthy. Some oils and grains are okay, such as spelt, quinoa, and so I can go on and on. Again, the list is in the group. Look in the description and join the free group, and the list of food is in there. So you can make something heavy that'll fill you up, such as banana bread or alkaline cupcakes. Check my other video out. Or even spelt crust pizza that won't leave you feeling disgusting after. So this way you'll be satisfied, your craving will be satisfied, and you'll have gotten minerals, and you won't have added any toxic glop to your system that it can't handle anyway. Number 4 is to eat something that suppresses the appetite. There are some herbs that suppress appetite and sea vegetables like sea moss that you can take and that can give you all the minerals you need and can also expand in your stomach while you're fasting or just an average day to help keep you filled up. And it actually gives you energy and you'll feel it. Unlike a lot of the other stuff that you're just loading up on calories and then you feel like a slug later, it's because those calories aren't what you need. You need minerals and bioelectricity. Electricity is energy. Number 5, try fasting and learn what it actually feels like to have an empty stomach. So if you try fasting for 36, 72 hours or longer, that means not eating any solid foods, you could just take sea moss so that you're getting minerals that you need. And definitely plenty of water. Water is bioelectric. It conducts electricity. Drink plenty of water, which is actually the next step. Drink a liter of warm or room temperature water. That way you can fill up, feel better. Again, water is bioelectric, so it helps conduct electricity. You will feel more energy if you drink an entire liter of water. Often we get sluggish and dehydrated. This will also help you if you're constipated. But don't panic when your stomach empties out when you're fasting. if you have fasted before, then you'll get comfortable with this feeling and you'll know it's not the end of the world and you're not going to die from your stomach emptying. Okay, so the next one, reward yourself with something other than sugar when you do a good job. So if you got a raise at work, or if you made a sale, or maybe you accomplished some goal, or you lost a couple pounds, or you cleaned your room, whatever it is, it could be something small, it could be something big. Reward yourself with something other than unhealthy junk. Don't have cocktails to celebrate. Associate something else with celebrating. You can still have fun, you can still celebrate, and you can still have an awesome life. You're not missing out by getting rid of sugar and alcohol. You're actually doing yourself a huge favor. Put something else in its place. Maybe you do some kind of healthy activity or something that gets your senses involved. It should be exhilarating, and it can be good. It can be sweet, like it could be sweetened with something other than sugar, something alkaline like dates or agave. You can reward yourself with sweets, but as long as it's alkaline, and again, refer to the food list I keep mentioning. Number 8, don't accept unhealthy food as a gift. I know this is really difficult because it seems like as soon as we quit something, as soon as we give up a certain food or beverage, then someone will knock on our door giving us a whole platter of it for free. I remember early on in my alkaline shift when someone made me brownies, and I used to love brownies. It's not their fault. They don't know how rough it's been and how you're trying to change your health and life. So you have to let the people know, just the people close to you, and again, don't argue with them about it. You don't have to convince them, you don't have to recruit them to do what you're doing, but if people are giving you food as a gift, you need to let them know, hey, I really appreciate this, and I appreciate the thought, but I'm struggling with this goal, and I need you to not give me any food. So eventually everyone you know will understand. And if they're going to get you a gift, they'll call you and say, hey, do you eat such and such? And that's nice. That's fantastic. If you have people that actually pay attention, that you're on a special program, and that will encourage you, congratulations, because they almost don't exist. So don't expect people to encourage you, because usually they won't. So my final real key to this is don't rely on willpower, because you only have so much per day. And once you run out of it, that's why people go nuts late at night, because you run out every time you try to force your emotions down and repress yourself. You have a finite amount of that each day, and this is called something, but once you run out of that for the day, you're out. And this is why people resort to animalistic behaviors later in the day, because they already spent all their willpower at work or wherever they went. You know, someone pulled out in front of them and they had to hold it in, or their boss said something to them and they wanted to slap him, but they held it in. And you run out of that willpower. So don't rely on it. Set yourself up for success. Do not just try to willpower it through this, because it doesn't work. So follow these 9 tips. This is how to circumvent your willpower and set yourself up to win and set yourself up to be healthy. That way you won't have temptation sitting around all the time. You can actually win. You can actually have a shot at this. Use every single tool possible that I give you. Use it to your advantage. And I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day. on purpose, because it's not just going to randomly happen. You're going to have to plan it out. And these are the tips on how to do that. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you like this and you're trying to go alkaline for your health or for whatever reason, I have a brand new Alkaline Life transformation program that I just released, and you can check it out here. There's a link in the description for my free group where I share a lot of information. So definitely reach out to me right away. If you're an action taker, then I'll see you in the group and I'll see you in the program.